Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to show you an observation. This is killer. This is the Bitfinex downloading that I showed in a previous video for using data, any data, hourly in my case, for thousands of data points. So it's very slow. It's not a good option. The only real option out there that I've found is using MotiveWave, and this is it right here. I'm using Crypto Compare as the option for data as a data source. So right now you can see I'm downloading in real time, well, not downloading, charting live data, Bitcoin against USD. And here, if you come on just under here, under chart, export data, it's very fast. So this is where all this gets stored. See here, I can put up 10,000. So I could put up to, I don't know, let's just go crazy and try 100,000 data points or all available. Yeah, let's do the all available and do an OK. So just make sure I get to that point. So that's in my default user directory. So see how fast it is. So this is worth getting. So the idea here is to basically develop a study or strategy that's all it does is just this for the particular pair that you want. My case, as I said, Bitcoin against USD. So I guess it's being a lot longer than it needs to be. I could probably cancel that. But let me just go over to the directory we want. The Duca is good for Forex. The problem is can I cancel? I don't think I can cancel this. Wow, I shouldn't have done that. Life is short sometimes. But it's pretty fast. So let me see what we've got so far. So we have right here 1 hour RTH. So that is today's data of 1709. What I can do is I can definitely show you this file right here. That's from MotiveWave, so I'll just show you that as an example. I always use Sublime because it's simple and it's fast. Sometimes I use the LibreOffice if I need to use a spreadsheet functionality. It looks like it's complete, the download. Let's see what's going on here. How big is this file? This file might be a monster. So it looks like it's 768 meg. So let me see if I can open it up in my Office Libre or whatever I'm using. So right here is the file. So let's see if this can get opened up. LibreOffice or whatever it's called. So it's pretty fast, I think. Probably more optimized than. Okay, so we have here how many data points? So we have what's available. So we've got, yeah, I guess about 13,000. So that should be sufficient for a co-integrating. One thing that I just got off the chat server, private chat server that I've run, that I've talked about. You can use the data here for something like this for a co-integration test. There's enough data here on hourly data. So 13,000, 13,500, whatever it ends up being, it's pretty good. Well, I won't say it's instantly quick to download this, but to be able to download it all the way back to, looks like November 2017 is doable. So let's do another test here. See how fast it is for 10,000 data points with MotiveWave. So right now I'm using MotiveWave 5. That's the production version of MotiveWave. So there is beta versions coming out of 6 of MotiveWave, which is phenomenally good. Like it's just, this thing's just getting better and better and better and better. Did I do that right? So we want chart and export data. And again, to do this on a Mac, non-Windows, is pretty killer. So here's our options. So we want just 10,000 is good enough. 1 hour data, Bitcoin USD. Let's see how fast it takes. So I should be able to do this through the MotiveWave API or SDK, software development kit for those that are new to all this. I guess that's what MotiveWave calls it, SDK. So people are going to ask, well, how am I going to be able to merge this data with the Python? That's where either I could do it through a flat file that the Python would have access to, or I could also do it through Redis and then send a signal over to MotiveWave to request the data from MotiveWave to download this or export this data. This is a much faster option than using the Bitfinex. It's so slow. Also, I have talked to our expert on where to get downloadable data for historical purposes. He bought it, and I wouldn't be surprised from an institutional point of view, it will cost probably hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars. So the download's complete. 1146. It's 1147 right now, so that does match. So let me just load her up in LibreOffice again, see how many data points we have. So this is definitely the best option. The Bitfinex option I gave you for the Python, it's slow. It could work, but if you are trying to recalibrate your data for when you need it, when you're about to do a test co-integrating, it's really painful. There was some options available you can download, and that option is very limited as well because it only offers, if you're going to follow what I do, you only have options of 4 coins for Kraken to trade against US dollars. So you only have 4, and I can do, was it 18? So again, that's fairly limited. So as we wait for our, let me just see if I can load it up in another piece of software here. Okay, so I think it's finished downloading. Okay, so it's probably the same. Yeah, it's pretty well the same amount of data, about 10, 12, 13,000. So that's the fastest I've seen. Again, that's through MotiveWave, so that's probably your best option. I think even for that, for MotiveWave as a purchase, it's worth the investment, because if you want a killer platform like MotiveWave, I can't speak anything negative about it. The version I'm using right now, as I've said here in version 5, is amazing. But when you move into the beta versions of 6 and what's coming, especially if you're into futures and options with rhythmic data using the bid ask, it's friggin' mind-blowing what you can do with it. But I'm going to try to leverage more off of MotiveWave and merge the Python and this platform, since the SDK in Java is done in Java, but the glue that brings it all together is something like either through a flat file or through Redis, or a database like Redis. I use Redis because it's lightweight compared to anything else I've seen. So those are your options. So just wanted to point that out. It's not as easy as I thought to get free downloadable data. It's a real hassle. The exchanges make it very difficult because you have to pull the exchange up to 1,000 limit per call. Plus, you can't just download so much because you have to pull or use the calls and limit it. Maybe was it 60 per minute? So to even throttle it down, which the Bitfinex link uses, it sleeps for 2 seconds, so it's only making 30 calls per minute, and that's what makes it slow. Nothing against what was done. It's very admirable to do it, but for my needs, I intended to use this a lot. So again, the best option is, for now, MotiveWave using Crypto Compare. Now here's the problem with Crypto Compare. They may go down the same path as CoinMarketCap, where they will force you to pay for the Crypto Compare data. Don't be surprised there. So for now, this is what we use. Works for now until we hit a roadblock or something if we use Crypto Compare. Other than that, that's your best option. Sorry, I wish I could have better answers for you, but when you do use back-tested data like this, where you need, like in my case, 10,000 data points for hourly, you're going back over 14 months. So this is where it gets costly, and I'm going to say I'm not interested in spending money if I don't need to. So I'll just use something like this for now. It works. Hope that'll help you out. Have a good day. If you got questions, just comment away at either the YouTube or whatever else there is. Have a good day. See you.